One of the great benefits of playing sport regularly, especially as a young person, there are many benefits, but one of the great benefits is you understand that when the match is over or when the race is run, it's finished, it's done, and you must accept the outcome. So no matter how badly you feel you were treated, no matter how badly the referee did you, no matter how badly you ran in your race or you made a bad decision, when it's over, when the race is run and when the match is finished and the final whistle blows, you must accept the decision. There's no appeal. There's nowhere you can go after that. You must accept the decision. So you either win your county championship, you win the All-Ireland, or you win the Leinster, or there might be a replay, but ultimately you must accept the decision, no matter, as I say, how bad the referee was. I come across people regularly, very, very regularly, who seem incapable of actually accepting the outcome of whatever dispute they're involved in. It happens especially with employment disputes, and it happens particularly with employees. Let me give you two examples. One is the situation where somebody is dismissed during the probation period. The probation period has been for, let's say, the common term would be 6 months, extendable to 11. But let's say that Mary or Jimmy or Jack was terminated within the termination or within the probation period or at the end of the probation period. And let's say that they were given a review and they were told exactly where they had fallen down and why they're not the right fit for the company, etc. And let's say that the employer did everything correctly. Then, to all intents and purposes, Mary or Jack or Jimmy or Susan or whoever really must accept the decision. Now, I know they may be very disappointed, and I know that they may be dismayed, they may be shocked, it may be a culture shock for them, because perhaps they have succeeded in their career for a very long time. But in this particular instance, they simply must accept the decision and must accept that there really is no remedy, and that the thing that I trot out from time to time, which I read in a Supreme Court or High Court decision, is not every wrong that arises in the workplace gives rise to a claim or a cause of action. The second incident is a situation where somebody was in touch with me and they had gone to the WRC with a claim. The claim to the WRC was absolutely bound to fail. They couldn't win it. They then appealed that decision when it went against them at the WRC. They appealed it to the Labour Court, and the Labour Court made the same decision as the WRC and did not uphold the claim. And yet they came to me and wanted to go to the High Court on a point of law where there was no breach of the law, there was no error in law by the Labour Court, and therefore they simply could not go to the High Court and hope to succeed on a point of law with an appeal from the decision of the Labour Court. These are two cases where the decision, even though it was disappointing, even though it was a real setback, even though it was a letdown, really had to be accepted and have to be accepted, because the danger is if they don't accept these decisions, they will obsess about them and will possibly cause themselves a psychological or psychiatric injury as a consequence. Because if they continue to go on and on and on and obsess about this decision, about which they can do nothing, about which there is no remedy, then they really run the risk of wasting a lot of time and a lot of energy and perhaps a lot of money. I come across this not infrequently, and I'm not sure whether it's a particular personality flaw or trait or there's some other explanation for it. But if you could take one message from this video, it is that sometimes you simply must take it on the chin and move on. sometimes there's no further step or remedy you can take, no matter how disappointed you are. And sometimes you just have to accept the decision, just as in a sporting context or in a race. You can't appeal and have the match rerun or the race rerun again. You must just accept it. And that is a valuable lesson, one of many from doing sports over the years, and especially as a young person. And that's one of the great benefits of doing sports. But I don't know whether this is, these people have a difficulty with accepting the situation, and that it's to do with not having played sport, or not having been exposed to decisions going against them, or having some sort of a gilded lifestyle. But we all have setbacks, and the best thing sometimes is to just accept the setback, because, as I say from time to time, life is not fair, the goalposts move, and there's no guarantees. Hope you find this video useful. If you do, I would appreciate if you gave it the thumbs up down below. Thanks a lot.